Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pizza of Motor Chaos. Here's your host, Dave. And I got a line, special guest, Joe Moeller. Is how you say your last name, Joe?
Yes, sir.
All right, Joe Moeller. Grudge racer and just turned Pro E85, going to start this year. So Joe, first question, how did you get into drag racing? How did it all begin for you, buddy?
I actually started back in '93 when 41 opened. We bought a 84 Camaro off of a car lot, and I would go down there on test and tune nights on Wednesdays and Fridays, and didn't tell my parents about it, and then they found out about it. And my dad used to drag race when I was younger, and once he found out about it, it just went on from there.
All right, so what year did you start racing on the track?
1993.
93.
Yes.
Now, that car, how long did you race that car for?
We raced that car for, like I said, we weren't actually racing. We were just running test and tune nights. I was still just graduated out of high school.
Right.
Probably about a year or so.
So when did you start seriously getting into drag racing?
In '94, we bought a 1959 Hellman's panel wagon, and we put it together, and we were here in the garage with it. And to start out, my dad thought it was just a little too fast for me, so we ended up trading that for a 1975 Trans Am, and it was like a Pro Street car. And 1994 was the ITRA Nationals, was my first big race.
How'd you do at that race?
I think we lost in the third round. Got beat by Jerry Cotton, and first time I ever ran a dragster. It was interesting.
Well, at least you made it to the third round.
Yeah, that's back when they used to have the IHRA Nationals at 41.
So what'd you get into after that?
After that, we got into bracket racing. We got rid of the Trans Am, and I think I had a '67 Camaro after that. I've had a bunch of cars, so it's I've been going, slowly but surely, getting faster and faster every year. So we've been bracket racing for since '94 till now. We still bracket race now.
So the car you're currently driving for bracket racing, that car, when did you purchase that one?
We had an '84 Camaro that was my dad's. We actually just got rid of that, and we got a new car we're going to be bringing out. That's going to be a bracket car this year. Going to run some Pro E85 with it. We're going to run that streetcar brawl stuff down at 41 backwards. It's a small tire car. And then, just play around and have some fun with it.
So that's the car you just picked up today?
No, the car I just picked up today is my Grudge car. It's my '73 Camaro. We're going to play around in the 26 and 28-inch shootouts and do some Grudge racing with that car. That car should be interesting.
So now, when are you gonna unveil this Pro E85 car to everybody?
Probably in another week or two when it's completed. We just got it running where it's just got all the wiring out, motor in it, everything done. I want to get the body all cleaned up and all nice and shiny before I take any pictures and put it out there. But it's a small tire car. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a nitrous car. I know Rich Black and all them guys with the Pro 85 group for quite a long time, and been wanting to join the group for quite a while, and we're gonna go out and see if we can have some fun with them guys this year.
So you're looking to give some of them guys a run for their money?
Yes, sir. Looking to go after John Blanchard first. Knock him off his 2-year reign here.
Oh man, Johnny B, if you're listening, he's a gunning for you, buddy.
See what we can do. Them guys are a bunch of good guys to race with, and like I said, I've known a lot of them forever, and looking like it's going to be a fun 2019.
Yeah, there's a lot of competitive guys in there.
Yes, sir.
Mike Phipps and Frank Morgan, you gotta go up against them guys too.
Yeah, like I said, I know most of the Pro 85 guys. A lot of them personally, but I know Del Coffin, all them guys. I know them pretty well from racing down at 41 for so many years.
Yeah. So have you ran at Great Lakes Dragway before?
Yes, I did. Last time I actually ran at Great Lakes Dragway, I wrecked a car up there. So.
Oh, really? What year was that?
That was 2 years ago. We were running that King of the Streets Cots. I had a Mustang. There was a little bit of water on the track. They didn't see it, and I hit it, and about 150 mile an hour went straight into the wall. So.
Ah, man. The car got totaled?
Yeah, car got totaled. Knocked me out for about 2 minutes unconscious, and luckily I'm here to talk about it today. So
yeah,
we're gonna try it again.
I was just about to say it's better the car than you.
Yes, sir.
You can replace the car, you can't replace the life.
Exactly.
So you're looking forward to do all these runs at Great Lakes Dragway this year?
Yeah, we're gonna try to make it up to a couple. We're gonna try to make the whole Pro 85 schedule. See what happens. There might be some other races I might have to make with the other car, but we're gonna try to run the whole schedule with them and see what we can do. See what kind of damage we can do.
So now, when you started drag racing back then, were there anybody out there inspirational to you out there that was racing?
Obviously back then there was a lot of the guys I looked up to that we bracket raced with. Was one of them was Derek Cotton, John Howe, a lot of the well-known bracket guys around this area. That's they kind of took me under their wing and taught me a lot of stuff on what I know today. But I mean, a lot of it comes from my dad too. He raced back at US 30 when we were younger. When I was a kid, I was out there with him, and so it's definitely in the family. So.
Man, my dad used to take me to US 30 when I was a little kid. That was a good track, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Now
I think there's going to be a lot of good things happening this year. So 41's there's a lot of good stuff happening down there this year. As long as a lot of people are really excited about it. So.
Yes. So how about nowadays? Anybody look up to nowadays?
It depends on what side of the fence you're talking on. In the Grudge world, there's a lot of people out there that I want to try to learn from and try to see what I can do with them. But as far as like the Pro 85 guys like Rich Black, been a long time friend. I look up to him for taking over Pro 85 this year and seeing what he can do. Dwayne Waldrop, look up to him. He's been racing a long time, been in right back in the Pro Street days and with the Pro 85 stuff, and just a lot of them guys are a bunch of good guys.
No, do you watch NHRA at all?
I used to watch it a lot, but when they started doing that point system that they do now, where they start over at a certain part of the season, I think that kind of took away from. I don't know how I can say. I kind of took away from my interest in it, because if you're racing all year long for points and you got to start over, I don't follow as much as I used to. Let's put it that way.
So do you look up to any of the drivers in NHRA?
No, not really. Not really. That's a little far out of our league, so I'd love to go watch them, obviously, but
man, yeah, NHRA is too corporate.
Yeah, it has got very corporate. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, nostalgia is much better.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. When you watch nostalgia racing, that's where racing started. You go see the front engine dragsters, all nostalgic funny cars, and stuff like that. I definitely I'd go watch that stuff. We got a couple of family friends of ours that got a couple of the nostalgic funny cars, and they're just a blast to go watch.
Yeah, the big show funny cars, they all look the same these days.
Yep.
With the nostalgia, they got all different, all different body styles. So that's why nostalgia is much better. They got their own names on the car. You don't have to have the big sponsor name on there.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. We used to go out to Cordova when they used to do that World Series drag race, and that's a real good time. Last couple of years I haven't been able to make it out there, but that's another race I like to go to try to attend this year because that's what they get. They get all the old nostalgic stuff, and it's just a blast to watch.
Yeah, it was awesome when they got the World Series back at Cordova.
Yep. It's just like I said, that's where drag racing started. You get all the older people out there. That, it's just it's a fun group to be around. And watch obviously because everybody's got their hearts in it. They're not out there like you said with the NHRA corporate stuff. They're out there just to have fun and put on a show for people. And that's good times.
Yeah. So now, Joe, what was it like for you to go down a drag race track for the first time ever?
Well, obviously '93 was a long time ago, but when I did it, I was hooked instantly hooked, and it's been going on and on since. Just instantly hooked. It's just there's nothing like the people that you meet, the friends that you make, and the drag racing community is just unbelievable.
So you had no nervousness for the first time on a track?
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously a slow car. It was only a 14-second car, but still, I was 17 years old, so yeah, I was a little nervous. And then, like I said, I was sneaking away going down there without telling my parents about it. And then, 2 weeks later, my dad's asking me why the tires are bald on my car, and I didn't. I'm like, And then once I told them, they're like, well, why didn't you tell us? We'll go with you,
So they ended up supporting you after that, huh?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's good.
Absolutely.
So did you ever do any street racing?
I've never done any street racing, no.
I know some guys, they start out street racing before they get on the track.
No, I mean, a lot of street cruising. I've been out with a lot of people that, do street racing, but never really did the street racing scene. Like I said, it's with my job, if I was to get caught and lose my license, I lose my job, so it's just not worth it to me.
Now, for your Grudge racing bracket car, how many crew members you bring out with you?
The bracket car, it's usually just me and my dad, which is absolutely it's the only way it could be. When we bring the Grudge car out, obviously it's going to be a little more work, but he'll be there with me, and we'll probably have a couple, good friends of my buddy Jason Spazoff, Aaron Sheffer, some good friends of mine that've been behind me on this whole Grudge deal. So, looking forward to it.
Now, have you won any trophies or plaques throughout your racing career so far?
Back when we used to race at 41 bracket racing, that we've won quite a bit of money with the bracket thing and some trophies, some plaques. I got a thing here in the house where all the stuff I hung up, from all the stuff all the years I've been racing, kind of like a trophy wall, I guess you should say. So.
Now, Cordova, you said you went up there for the World Series. Have you ever raced up there?
Yeah, we used to go back there for the bracket finals when we were. I think it was Division 5. That's where the bracket finals used to be. So yeah, I've been down Cordova quite a few times. It's a nice track.
Have you ever been to Byron?
I've been to Byron. I've never raced at Byron.
How about Route 66?
Yep, Route 66. We bracket raced out there with a Camaro I had 3-4 years ago. Had some good times out there. Went to the bracket finals for them down in Indianapolis.
So out of all the tracks you've been to, what are your favorite tracks to race on?
I mean, obviously 41. That's our home track.
Right,
I'll support that till the day I can't support it anymore. So I can't race anymore. We've been out to Piedmont Dragway down in, I think, South Carolina. It's a real nice track. We've been down to Orlando Speedway. Orlando's a really, really nice track. been out in New Jersey. We've been to a lot of tracks. I've raced at a lot of tracks throughout the years. You know, whether it's with the bracket cars or with the Grudge cars, we've been all over the place. Norwalk, Ohio is one of my more favorite tracks to go down. It's a really nice track. So.
And now 41, one of your Pro E85 guys gonna be running that track now, right?
Yes, sir.
So.
I think the Rich release schedule the other day. I think there's 4 races down there this year, which is glad to have them back at 41. Glad to be back and glad to be part of the group this year and see what kind of damage we can do with them.
Yeah. So now
I'm gonna be on a small tire. They're all on huge big tires, but we're gonna be on a small tire. But we'll see what we can do. See what kind of damage we can do.
So you've ran 8th mile before?
Oh yeah.
So yeah. What do you prefer, quarter mile or 8th mile?
I used to prefer quarter mile, but anymore these days, a lot of the races you go to are 8th mile, whether it's bracket racing or Grudge racing, and to me it's better. It's a little more competitive, and it's a little easier on the car, a little easier on parts, a little easier on the pocketbook.
But at the 8th mile mark, isn't that about where you're about ready to pick up a lot of speed?
Well, it all depends. I mean, how your car's set up too. Like the car I just picked up today, the Grudge car, it's going to be set up just to go with the gearing and the motor and everything. It's going to be set up to go 8th mile. So we're hoping to be able to go like 180, 185 to the 8th mile with the Grudge car. So.
Well, of course, at Great Lakes Dragway, you're going to have to be doing quarter mile racing.
Yep. I think all Pro E85, if I'm not mistaken, is all quarter mile.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is. So.
They only do like special events where they do 8th mile.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, like I said, it's our first year with them, and we're gonna see what we can do. See if we can have some fun with them, and go out and have some fun with them guys.
Now, since you've been drag racing, have you reached any milestones so far?
I come close to one of my milestones. I really wanted to do one year. I had a rear engine dragster a couple of years back, and come within one round of winning the track championship. So never did that, and that's one of my goals. I really want to try to do is win a bracket championship at the track. That's one of my biggest goals. And then with the new Grudge car, we're going to try to be competitive in the 28, 20, 26 inch shootout stuff. And my goal is to try to win some of them races. My biggest goal, I guess, would be with that car now that we're putting it together. We're going to try to go run with the No Prep Kings. That small tire stuff they do on the Discovery Channel.
Right, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, we're gonna. That's my goal with this car. Once it's all straightened out and done, we're gonna try to run with them guys. Not every race, but if they come around locally, like last year they were at 66. We'll try to run with them guys, see if we can be competitive.
And now probably being able to run with the Pro E85 guys now would be a milestone.
Oh yeah. I've been wanting, like I said, I've been wanting to join that group for a couple of years now, and finally going to get the chance to do it. And we're going to try to see if we can make a little dent and see what happens.
Now, Joe, besides that one accident you had at Great Lakes, have you had any other accidents or close calls?
The only other thing I've had close call wise would be down at 41. I lost brakes going about 140 and went out into the cornfield, but once I got in the cornfield, it just stopped the car dead. So, but other than that, no, that's about it. All
right, now are you ready for some fun questions here?
Sure.
Okay. Now, if someone were to give you, say they give you $500 million, and they're like, hey, Joe Moeller, build me a brand new drag race track. Where would you consider building a brand new drag race track, and what kind of features would you want to put into that track?
Absolutely, I would. Just because another drag strip is another drag strip. I think depends on where you build it at. If it was going to be in this area, I would try to do probably like a covered track, as much as the weather has messed with some of the tracks around here so much. And then obviously covered stands to help the fans out. But there's a track I believe down south. I can't remember what state it's in, but they actually have underneath the track, they have heating and cooling, so they can keep the track temperature the same all the time. And I think it's Galat Motorsports is where it's at. I want to try to make it down to that track one of these days, but that's just got to be a killer surface to race on, if they keep it the same all the time.
Yeah. So now, after all these years of drag racing, what keeps you passionate about drag racing?
The biggest thing is me and my dad, because obviously he got me into it years ago, and my best friend that goes with me all the time, and I wouldn't have it no other way. And the people that I've met, like I said before, the passion that people have in this, you can go to a racetrack and your car breaks, even though it's another competitor against you. They're right there to help you, whether it's parts or they need you need their help, working in the car, whatever it is. It's just the drag racing community is just, it's unbelievable. It's like a big family.
Yep, and the family just gets bigger and bigger.
Exactly.
So now, Joe, outside of drag racing, what kind of hobbies you got? Anything?
I got rid of it last summer, but my plan is to get another one this summer. I an offshore boat. We like to go boating. I love to be on the water. That's about it.
You don't fish?
Occasionally, when we get time. I don't, between racing and boating and everything else, don't get a whole lot of time to do, other activities, but we try.
All right, now in bracket racing, do you have a great biggest competitor in there? Like at 41?
At 41, I would say, because we run a no box class, I would say one of the biggest competitors is John Howell. He's well known. He's been racing for a long time, and when you line up next to him, you better be on your game. I mean, he's beat me, I beat him, but it goes back and forth. But he's one of the guys out there that when you line up to him, you better be right.
Gotta cut that light.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you could time travel and go back in the time, Joe, would you do anything differently with your drag racing career?
No, I actually can't say I would. Obviously, it takes a lot of time, a lot of money, but it's all part of it. And some of the people I've met back in '93, I'm still friends with to this day. And then some of the people I just met last year, and like you said, this family just gets bigger and bigger. It's just the drag racing community is just like no other. It's just unbelievable.
Right. Now, do you have any pre-race rituals or superstitions?
Yeah, actually, it's kind of funny. Some people laugh about it, but it is what it is. When I'm on the way to the track and I know I'm racing that day, there's a certain CD I put in the truck and try to listen to a couple different songs on the way to the track, and it's just it's a ritual that's grown, and it's like an omen, I guess you could say.
All right. So now that you mentioned CD, what's your favorite music to listen to?
Country. Big country fan. I mean, I listen to everything, but mostly country.
New country or old country?
Older country. Mostly older country. Back in the Waylon Jennings days, and
right. Yeah, I don't mind older country. Newer country, I don't care for that much.
Yeah, some newer countries become pop country. It ain't really country anymore. So.
Right. All right, here's the easy question, Joe. What's your favorite food to eat?
Probably favorite food, I would say probably it's choice between beef sandwiches or pizza. I like pizza. You get a good pizza pie. There's nothing, on a Friday night, go have some pizza and sit down with some friends. Nothing like a good pizza.
Hey, it's Friday night. You better go get a pizza, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
What's Joe's favorite beverage to drink? You can answer non-alcohol, alcohol. I don't care, or do both. I don't. Well,
I used to drink a lot of pop, but now that I'm getting older, I get off that. Drink a lot of lemonade now. Well, lemonade's where it's at now. That's what I drink.
So you drink alcohol?
Not really.
On
occasion, I'll go out and have some beers with some friends, but not really.
So if you do drink a beer, what's your favorite beer? You have one?
Coors Light.
You're a Coors Light guy.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you have a favorite movie of all time?
What was that?
You have a favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie of all time would be Catch Me If You Can. The car movie, obviously.
Right.
Because I know they remade another Catch Me If You Can a couple of years back, but
yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, no, Catch Me If You Can, the car movie. If nobody's ever seen it, look it up. It's a really good movie. It's about a kid that is in high school and he's racing on the street to make his way to college, and it's actually a really good movie.
Now, where am I? I'm getting lost here. Sorry about that. What would you say has been your most embarrassing moment at the track? Like when you're on the starting line or for a race, have you had a most embarrassing moment out there?
Not really. I mean, I guess the most embarrassing moment would have been years ago. We brought a brand new car out and had a motor built and everything else, and I think it was the third pass in the car, and the turnout box it popped the motor, and it put oil all over the starting line and everything else, and I was not so much embarrassed, but I kind of felt bad for the track crew and everything. Everybody had pick up my mess. So.
No, oil downs always suck, man. I hate waiting for the oil downs, man. You gotta sit there and wait for the clean everything.
Yeah, so it's time consuming. That's a good thing that's coming. A lot of stuff that's going on for this year, like with Rich Black and ProE 85 guys, they're mandating you have the engine diaper on the car, which I think is just it's a great move. It's just not only for the driver safety, for track downtime, stuff like that. I think it's an excellent move.
Now, when you were growing up, did you have a favorite cartoon?
Tom and Jerry. Used to watch a lot of Tom and Jerry when I was younger.
I just got me a Tom and Jerry T-shirt for Christmas.
Yeah, I used to watch a lot of Tom and Jerry when I was younger.
All right. What about TV show? Did you have a favorite TV show growing up?
The Wonder Years.
Well, Fred Savage.
Yep, used to watch the Wonder Years all the time.
Now, when you're at the track on a race day, do you eat regularly or do you eat very light at the track?
It depends. I mean, if there's downtime, obviously, a lot of people that we go down there with or get the grills out and cook and burgers and everything else. But it depends. It varies.
I know some guys like to eat light and then wait till after the races are done, then splurge.
Yeah, like I said, it varies. If we get some downtime and people are cooking whatever else, and and then obviously we bring the grill and hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff too. But it just depends. It varies. Because if you don't get to eat breakfast, then obviously you're hungry during the day. And like I said, it just varies. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to going to the pits and trying Frank Morgan's cooking. He said he does a big barbecue.
Yep. Yeah, Frank's good people.
Yep. So now, if you weren't drag racing, what do you think you'd be doing?
I honestly don't know. I honestly can't say because drag racing takes up a lot of our time, and throughout the years, it's kept me out of trouble. And it's just like I said, it's just a big family, and I look forward when I go out there. If I don't know you, I'll walk up to you and say hi, and the more people you meet, the better off you are. Is feeling on that.
All right, now, what would you consider to be the fondest memory of your racing career so far?
Oh, I would have to say, on the local side of it, like I said, I was one round away from winning a track championship. I think it was back a couple years. It was quite a few years ago, but that was one of my fondest memories at 41. For locally. Now, outside of 41, obviously, the Grudge stuff we got into probably 5-6 years ago now, and going different races, just meeting different people. When the Street Outlaw stuff first started, we met a lot of them guys. It just depends on what side of the racing you're talking about, the Grudge racing or drag racing.
All right, now, if people there are listening to this interview right now want to find out where you're going to be running at, with any of your cars, what's the best way for them to find the schedules?
I just actually started a page on Facebook for the Grudge car. It's called the Slow Marrow. We're going to be putting up, where we're going to be racing, and we're working all that out right now. We're going to be doing a lot of racing at 41, obviously, because that's our home track. But Cordova has a lot of Grudge stuff this year. Mid-Michigan, Brian Davis's race. Martin, Michigan. It just depends. Like I said, we're going to obviously follow the ProE 85 group, so you can pretty much look for us at any one of their races. We're going to try to be at every one of them. It's about it.
Yeah, for the ProE 85, anybody listening, you got to request to join the group, and then you see all the info in there. They also got the Broadcast Brothers group too, so both of those groups.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously on Rich Black's, he's got everything. All the ProE 85 guys got it written. I posted all over Facebook, Instagram, everything else. Just your schedule already. So.
All right, now, how important do you think it is for kids to come out and watch drag racing in this day and age?
I think it's very important. Like I said, growing up, I've been into it since I was 16, 17 years old. It's got me out of a lot of trouble. I've had a lot of friends get in a lot of trouble, but being around the cars, having to take them apart, put them back together, spending time with family, coming out to the track. I think it's big for the kids. I think that's obviously where the future's at, and I think it's big for the kids. I think they really once they understood what's going on and come to the track and meet people and this and that. I think it's really good for the kids.
Yeah, that's a big difference though. When we were young, we didn't have the cell phones and the video games, so
Correct.
You're more likely to go work on cars with your dad and all that. Now the kids stuck on the video games and cell phones.
Correct.
So.
But like I said, it's a whole different day and age. But I think if they got introduced to it the right way, there'd be a lot more interest in it.
Yeah, I think if you get some of these kids to actually go to a drag race track and watch drag racing, they'll get into it.
Correct.
Yeah. They gotta know what's out there in the world besides video games.
Exactly. And that's why I say it is. They just got to be introduced to it the right way. That's all it is.
Then you see some of them in the stands, they're still staring at their cell phones all the time, though.
But another you get these kids introduced to it the right way, and maybe take them for a ride in the car, or, down the staging lanes, or whatever. It opens a lot of kids' eyes. Let's put it that way. When they actually get to sit in the car and go for a ride, be involved a little bit.
Yeah, then with the Facebook Live thing, you see a lot of people want to just stay home and watch Facebook Live of drag races.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get that. That's that's all part of it. That's like I said, that's all part of the day and age.
Yep.
You know.
Damn modern technology.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Well, Joe, I want to thank you very much for taking the time to do this interview.
Anytime.
Now, do you have any final words or thank yous or anything you want to, shout out anything before we finish?
All I can say is, come down and support US 41 Dragway. Come out to Great Lakes Dragway, Cordova. Support the ProE 85 group. Look for us. We'll be out there.
Sounds good. Well, thanks again, Joe.
All right, Dave. We'll talk to you.
All right, we'll see you at the Great Lakes Dragway. My wife and I'll be up there this year.
All right. Looking forward to it.
All right, you have a great night.
You too, sir.
Bye-bye.